We were without this last week, and I have to tell you, it left a giant gaping hole in this program. It's BB Shea who does his weekly wrap-up, our AP, right here. Yeah. Talk about everything we've done for the past week. And Biggie pointed out last week, he caught us when we were in the hallway, and you said, hey, I'm not going to be here Friday. And before I could even get out of my mouth, we'll do it Thursday. You said, and I'm not going to be here Wednesday or Thursday either. Yeah. And Biggie saw my face.
Gut punch.
Total gut punch that BB Shea wasn't. And I think I know I felt it when you weren't here. There was a real absence here.
That means a lot to me.
Yeah. Glad to have you back. Now, Chris Demm didn't care one bit. He didn't.
Yeah. And I don't want to get too meta, but, BB Shea has, sort of built his reputation as a street rapper. I mean, he's a radio rapper by trade. And we have heard through the grapevine that you were bested in a rap battle on another morning show.
Let me. The reason you're here is because 2 years ago, probably around this time, I heard you in a rap battle on another show, our arch enemy, and you were going against somebody else on the show, and she was okay, and then you stepped up. I was listening to the Best Of show, and you were so good, I said, we got to get this young man in here.
Give that guy a contract.
And a short 18 months later, we reached an agreement.
It was mostly his people.
I just said, come on in. Yeah. And so you've done these rap battles on the other show many times, and I thought, there's nobody that beats him. He's not going to. He can't lose. And then earlier this week, we found that you had been beaten by someone called Squidward. And I was shocked by.
Do we need to replace you?
What happened? What happened?
So they are big fans of rapping over beats over there.
Yes.
I'm not a big
fan.
fan.
I don't know what that means.
So they play an instrumental track underneath my raps.
Yes.
And like I don't do here. Right. So I went over there and I didn't do an instrumental track underneath, and they did not respond well to it.
So if this was, to maybe making an analogy that I might understand, if this was barbecue, you're a dry rub.
He's dry.
Dry rub, sure.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with a dry rub.
That's its purest form.
Exactly.
Yeah. In fact, what they're doing is marinating.
That's right.
Sure.
You don't need all that. You don't need all that.
You know what I like about BB Shea is he goes right into the rap. There's no lead up over there.
I hate it.
Your boy.
Yeah. Who's your boy? Squidward.
And so
BB Shea can't do that.
he takes 20 seconds to get to the rap.
That's right. Agreed.
He's acapella.
That's right. He's acapella. He just does it. That's what I like so much about it, too. I'm totally in agreement.
And I write my bars because I want people to hear what I have to say. Yeah. Bar is a rhyme.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Rhyme.
Bat, cat, rat, smat. Yeah. So, for example,
can we have the vocabulary test after the show?
So for example, I was rapping against Squid, and I was doing it without a beat.
Yep.
And I said, I'm unapologetic, man. I'll never say I'm sorry. Now watch me fry Squid and turn him to calamari.
I love it.
Nobody said anything. Nobody laughed. Nobody acknowledged it whatsoever.
What?
Nobody said anything. And I'm like,
telling me that room doesn't get the reference to calamari?
They did not laugh, chuckle, nothing. I'm like, that's the best thing that's ever been said.
That's money line.
Yeah, that's the best thing that's ever been said.
We would have appreciated
it. Yeah. And so they did not respond well to it. And so Squid beat me technically, and then they were like, well, let's do another rematch next week. And so I came back in and I did something different, and I just said nice things about Squid the entire time. And he beat me again technically.
You lost 2 in a row.
A little too meta.
Yeah, I think so. Just don't take risks is basically all I'm saying.
Who's voting on this down there?
The people, the members of the morning show, but then people call in as well. But I feel like the members of the morning show sway the vote. I don't think how much they laugh and how much they talk.
I don't think they know talent.
Yeah,
I agree. My money is always on you. Always. I've heard you in those rap battles, and I always back my boy, BB Shea. I really do. All right. That being said.
Is this a 2-week catch-up? Week and a half catch-up?
It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
we kind of thrown in together,
how do you feel about this one?
I'm fine with it. I guess this is my last one for the year.
Okay. Is that right? You're not going to be here next Friday?
I will be here next Friday. Never mind. I'll take that back.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
Nice try.
Yeah. Sorry.
We'll be better
look at a calendar.
I almost got my Christmas wish. It was right there. I should have said something. I should have jumped in and said, yep.
That's right. That's right.
We'll be here next Friday.
Now Chris Demm's going to take off.
I got to scratch out all the Christmas lyrics. Hang on, let's see. Rudolph, no. Sleigh, no.
Remember all those days Chris Demm's got? He's taking one.
Man.
Yeah. And listen, BB, I try to sneak days past these guys all the time.
You can't do that now.
There's a couple Christmas lines in here, but it'll be all right. I can reuse them.
Okay, recycle them. All right, lay your bars on us.
All right.
Here we go. Yes, let's do it.
All right. Yeah. Sorry I wasn't here last week. I took some time off. I was staying off the road because Kelly's son got his 9s off. He almost drove after 9, but the A train got him warned off. He even tried to bribe Kelly by bringing him back a corn dog. They didn't think he'd get his license. He's not a genius like Doogie, but he makes up for it when he calls his dad Choogie. I've got faith in your kid, Kelly. He seems to be a fountain of knowledge. You won't pay for a new car, so I bet you're really hoping Lil Uzi Vert will pay for his college. I've been slacking on my rapping. My skills begin to worsen. I'm mad that I actually had to see Chris Demm in person. Also, where were you at, Demm? I really can't tell. Did someone tell management you were around someone who wasn't feeling too well?
Yeah.
Man, Kelly, I bet you were mad at that person. Is that the reason you've been walking around the studio cursing? Also, Craig told me how you woke him up from his nap, from shaking the M&Ms off that vending machine rack. He said he almost called the police and had a heart attack. I said it's all worth it as long as Chris Kelly got his snack. Finally, the futurist segment is done. You know, the one that you've been into? I'd rather hear Dave's dissertation on the Burger King menu. Biggie got robbed of his lunch and it had his stomach roaring, all because his driver didn't want to go exploring. He still tipped her $1, but she deserved to get punched, but at least a homeless person got a warm, fresh lunch. Biggie was reduced to staying at home and eating ramen, another thing Biggie and Ocho Cinco have in common. I guess it's time to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. 2 or 3 listeners are actually going to miss this. Weekly wrap-up. The A-Train likes it too. She listens because she's got nothing better to do. Have a great holiday. Don't kill the flame on the torch. Demm, I'll be by later to steal the snacks off your porch. Later, y'all.
That was excellent. So how does he lose? How does he ever lose?
Yeah.
Impossible.